Good morning, Cedar Park. First, a story on theater's visit to the Long Center for the Hio Awards.
The top 3 things.
Plus an all-new Pack Chat.
Turn it up because the Wolfcast starts now. Good morning, Cedar Park. I'm Jack Pollistrick, joined by Madeline Roberts, filling in for Abby Martinez and Katie Whitmarsh.
Today, theater will be visiting the Long Center in Austin to partake in the Heller Awards for young artists for the chance to win on their 6 distinct nominations. Nominations for the Hio Awards were announced on March 6th, and Cedar Park's production Something Rotten was nominated in an astounding 6 categories. Today, they have the chance to win awards in Best Production, Best Musical, Direction, Best Costume Design, and Best Choreography. Additionally, sophomore Aiden Johnson was nominated for Best Actor in a Leading Role, and junior Cyrus Van Sinkle for Best Actor in a Supporting Role. Be sure to wish luck to our thespians tonight for all the hard work they put in Something Rotten.
Next up, the top 3 things with Maddie Cooper.
Good morning, Cedar Park, and happy Thursday. I am reporter Maddie Cooper here with your top 3 things you need to know today. First, a pregnant Texas woman loses her baby in the Central Texas tornado. The woman's home was demolished by the tornado, tracking about 8 miles and injuring 23 people. The woman was 3 months pregnant and was thrusted into the trees where she miscarried. The rest of her family went to the hospital. Next, this week there was a bomb threat at Rouse High School. Students were sheltering in place until police were able to check the premises. Later that day, the police confirmed that there was nothing suspicious and students returned to their classes. Lastly, a local farmer gets a day named after him. John Dromgoole gets April 12th declared as his day for his natural gardening influence and immense contribution to his community. He also was a TV icon and host of his own radio series, Gardening Naturally. Steve Adler signed the proclamation of John Dromgoole Day this past Tuesday. That is all I have for you today with CPHS News. I'm Maddie Cooper. Happy Easter weekend, everyone.
Thanks, Maddie. Well, happy Dromgoole Day.
Yeah.
Wait, is that how you pronounce it?
I don't know. If you could have your own day, what day are you picking?
Wouldn't it be your birthday? I feel like.
I would say that, but I share my birthday with
important
so
days.
many important people.
Yeah, that's right.
Like
Paul, Michelle Obama,
Michelle Obama, I agree with.
Steve Harvey, and my little brother. So.
I would make my national holiday April 20th.
All right, you heard it here first, everybody. April 28th is National Jack Pollistrick Day.
All right, that's all we have for today. Make sure you're keeping up with all of our content, so head over to our YouTube channel at CPHS News.
You can also follow at CPHS_sports for updates during the games.
Thanks for taking the time to join us this morning.
With CPHS News, I'm Katie Whitmarsh.
I'm Madeline Roberts.
And I'm Jack Pollistrick. Remember to make it a great day or not, the choice is yours. Stay tuned for an all-new Pack Chat. Welcome back to the Pack Chat, our student voice opinion segment. I'm Jack Pollistrick, joined by Madeline Roberts and guest Kaylin Orzoko and Anthony Luparoa as we discuss this week's most trending topics. Let's get started. First, Elon Musk became Twitter's largest outside shareholder, buying almost 10% of the company. Musk is infamous for his presence on Twitter, often humorous, but many have criticized this action due to many theorizing he wants to be part of the board of directors. And I'm actually getting breaking news that he wants to buy 100% of the company for like $46 billion, I think. So do you guys think it's okay for him to be kind of part of this, or like, what are we thinking here?
I think this is kind of suspicious of him to want to buy 100% of the company. Just the begging question is, what does he want to do with it? What influence? Because he will have influence over what goes in people's feed, and so I just want to know what he wants to do with it, with that power.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's difficult to figure out what his intent is. I mean, he already has so much influence with other things and NFTs, and to just 100% of such a big company, it seems like a little much.
Yeah, and I don't think he's done like any speaking out about it, so I'm just not really sure what the plan is. And neither has Twitter said anything about it, so I'm just kind of waiting to see what's gonna happen with that.
Yeah. I kind of think it's like a little. I definitely think it's a little sus. I think he's kind of using it to manipulate the stock market, but I don't know. I guess we'll see. All right. So next, as requested by Madeline, Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck are now officially engaged. This is now their second engagement after 20 years. So Madeline, what are your thoughts on this?
So personally, I think a lot of people are debating over whether this is going to last because it didn't last the first time, and obviously, I don't know what the problems were, like what problems were there the first time, but we wonder if they're resolved this time or if she just ran to Ben Affleck as like a rebound after Alex Rodriguez and her engagement didn't work out. I kind of think personally that J-Lo has a hard time being alone, and that I wonder if maybe she went into this a little too quickly or if it's just like a second chance romance that we all are rooting for.
You know too much about this.
Yeah, I honestly, I knew that they had been together for a while, but I mean, after the first time and then you got fully married, spent all that money, and now you're gonna go and do it again, it's like, I mean, I get it, they're celebrities, so they have plenty of money to probably waste on this, but it just doesn't seem like a good idea, especially if they didn't work out the kinks yet.
Mm-hmm.
Finally, many supply chain trucks from the southern border of the U.S. into Mexico have been frequently stopped for searching, causing an inflation crisis in Texas. Governor Greg Abbott has issued monitoring in order to check for potential crimes and as well as inspecting trucks themselves just for safety measures. But deniers argue that these searches are purposely trying to create inflation in order to boost voting. So do you guys think these regulations are valid? Like, do you guys think this is fair? Like, it's just for safety measurements, or is there something else going on? Like, what are we thinking?
Personally, I think it's a problem. Especially, I was reading this article and it was talking about how these trucks use diesel, and when they're just sitting at the check point, they just run out of gas, and there's no way for them to like get gas anywhere around there because it's kind of desolate, and then that's why people's orders get delayed, all of the shipments, and that's kind of why it increases inflation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not fully up to date about the situation, but whenever I hear Greg Abbott's name in the news, it's always something that's like not good. I don't know, it's just
Fair.
constantly happening every few months when you're just hearing something bad about like what he's doing, So.
Yeah.
This is like the most ripple effect event ever. Like, we want to stop trucks because of this, and then to boost voting, to boost inflation. It's like, oh my gosh, it's just
I
so
don't know
much.
how people think of this stuff, Like,
I know.
it's too
really-
complicated. That's all we have for today. Remember, T-Wolf Pack, there's always time to chat.